Welcome to Varlamore Part 2, a brand new old school RuneScape update dropping today. The Rising Darkness is here. But what does that even mean? Varlamore Part 2 is here, which extends Zaire and extends Varlamore further into the mountains. We also have a new island down here, Alderin, which has a ton of content. Honestly, I think people have been sleeping on aspects of this update. It's going to be very good for the game. Welcome to the island of Alderin. As I wait for items to come into the game to test, I'm going to have a little bit of an explore. Alderin is essentially a land of grapes and wine. New house portal. New dog to shoo away. Decent gem store. Adamant kite shield from a shop. Interesting. The first iron bar spawn outside the wilderness. We've gone soft. Who's this? Nasty Nick. Sometimes I like to take a walk out on these shores and look for losers to laugh at. And look, I found one. I think that's enough exploring for today. This is Varlamore Part 2, but Varlamore Part 3 is teased to us beyond the explorable horizon. Next year, this map should be all filled in. Now, this is one of the big pieces of content from the new release, the Huaycultal. As you can see, it's designed to be an open world group boss. Now, there is a maximum of 20 players that can kill the boss per world. This is day one, so I'm hardly going to make a guide, but the Huaycultal is a dragon boss, so it's susceptible to dragonkin weaponry like the lance and the Dragon Hunter crossbow and the new Dragon Hunter wand. And I'd say it's a mid-game boss. It's about the level of Scurious. Nothing too difficult. All the attacks are very well telegraphed and the standard drops are really not too good. If you do want to solo the boss, you can click on this flag and start a private instance. Now for the drops, we have the pet, the Dragon Hunter wand, the Tome of Earth and its pages, the Huaycultal hide, and a Huasca seed. 63k for the herb seed. This must be special. I'm sure this will come in handy later. Next up, I'll buy some Huaycultal hides, and you can craft these into the Huaycultal ranged armor set. The most important question, what's it look like? Oh my lord, I'm a dragon! Now where does the Huaycultal hide fit into the meta? Well, it's the exact same as Black D hide, God D hide, Third Age, and Carol's when it comes to attack bonuses. The purpose of this hide is for better defensive bonuses, so it is better defensive bonuses than Black D hide and Blessed D hide, but not quite Carol's. But there is one extra benefit. Using this hide, you do have prayer bonus, which is quite nice. Tome of Earth. Soiled page. Whose idea was the soiled page? That is disgusting. The Tome of Earth is the exact same as the Tome of Fire, but for Earth. Groundbreaking analysis. That leaves me with the big one, completing the trinity of Dragon Hunter weapons, the Dragon Hunter wand, 60 mil. The Dragon Hunter wand is a new mage weapon which has 16 magic bonus, 10% magic damage, and 20% dragon damage. That 20% is the same as a Dragon Hunter lance or crossbow. In the normal game, it fits in between the Aram staff, which gives 5% magic damage, and the Staff of the Dead, which gives 15% magic damage. So 10% is still a pretty good staff on the whole. So the base max hit on dragons is 42. Doesn't sound too high, but you've got to remember a lot of dragons now have an elemental weakness. The rune dragons have an elemental earth weakness of 50%. 56 is now the max hit, and this should be super accurate. And while the wand is very accurate and great DPS here, it's very impractical to use because you get shredded in mage robes. The same can be said about KBD. You get the Dragon Bane effect, the elemental weakness to water, but you just take a lot of damage. It begs the question, where is this wand actually useful? And it's decently useful on Dragon Slayer tasks, which I know sounds pretty niche because it is. But what about the Dragon Hunter wand in raids? Ohm is a dragon. The problem with this is you have to cast a normal spell, and Ohm doesn't actually have any elemental weakness, so you're left casting Fire Surge, which isn't the best. And with raids boosts, a powered staff is just going to be so much better here. Pink herbs looking absolutely beautiful. A brand new type of herb, the Huasca herb. Huasca, I don't know. Now, to make use of these herbs predictably, I need to come to the new Mastering Mixology minigame. Now, in this minigame, you use raw herbs to make paste. You can do this very quickly if you one-tick them and spam click, or you can just let them AFK and run into the machine. Refining these herbs give you 3 different types of paste. And then put the paste inside the hopper and get to mixing potions. Now, the XP an hour here can exceed 70k if you sweat and really know what you're doing, which doesn't sound great for herb lore, but you use your tar very slowly, and this means that you end up getting about 3 times the XP out of each herb compared to what you would have if you just did traditional herb lore. Using the points I've built up, I can now access the mixology rewards. The first thing I'm going to buy is the most basic, Aldarium. We'll get 2 of them. No, we won't. Yeah, everything in the shop is pretty expensive. Now, Aldarium is a new herbal secondary. If we make the new potion, Huasca unfinished, with the Aldarium, we get ourselves a prayer regeneration potion. The prayer regeneration does exactly what it says, but very slowly. If I drink this, I will gradually regain my prayer points. It's like a prayer enhance in the Chambers of Xeric, although this is not quite as strong. Let's see how far this one dose gets me. All the way to 66 prayer points. Keep in mind, something like a super restore regains 34 prayer points with 99 prayers. So this is nearly double that much in one potion. So this will, of course, be useful in places like Inferno. Your prayer gets low, you pop this potion, and for the next 8 minutes, I'm going to be slowly regaining my prayer points. I can just chill and AFK somewhere and regain them, or I'm going to regain them as I go along. Right, why am I dressed like a moron? It's for science, of course. I currently have 69 prayer bonus, which is massive, and I'm wondering whether the prayer regeneration potion can keep pace with the prayer drain of this kit. Will I be able to perpetually just sit here with my prayer up? Good news so far. Good news so far. My prayer points went down, but will they go back up? Oh, it does. It goes back up, but then it's going to go back down, right? Surely. Down? And does it go back up? It goes back up. Oh my god. This is so cool. You can infinitely have a prayer on. That's never been a thing in RuneScape. Popping a prayer renewal in a basic scenario with some monk robes is going to make your prayer last so much longer. Not to mention, you can pre-pot this and go into one of your raids and you've got 8 minutes of prayer renewal inside the raid to start your raid or any sort of prayer draining activity you're going on. Pretty damn strong. Another cool use of the potion is it allows you to make use of redemption methods like thieving. You use redemption a lot in thieving. The prayer goes away, but the prayer will come back, and this is going to be super chill. You're never going to have to chug through tons of prayer pots. It's just going to be one sip of prayer renewal every now and then. This might be a special occasion potion or a rich person potion because the current price is 379k for one single potion. That's how good it is, and I guess how long they take to get right now. The second use of Aldarium is to mix it with a Haralander potion. This means you get a goading potion. And this red liquid's about to be the love of your life. The goading potion will make otherwise passive enemies aggressive to you. So if I drink it, these guys should come towards me and start attacking. The guard dog is here. And if you know this is OP. The guards come in as well. The AFK's dream. Now, why is this so useful? Dust Devils, you used to have to click on every single one of them. Now, you can just chill, sit back, and they will aggro you. You can keep your prayer up and you're doing AFK Slayer. Barraging Necreals, it used to be annoying. Now, don't worry, because we've got the goading potion to help stack them up. Watch as it pulls the monsters back into the stack. No more need for ults, no more need for darting NPCs. It's actually so nice to have things be aggressive to your character. Oh, it pulls the Abyssal Demon all the way from the room. For activities like this, it's gonna be a lifesaver. Look at that, I've got every single demon in here. So much better than what things used to be. I know this sounds ridiculous, but will drinking this pull a chin in towards my traps? No. What's he doing? Why are you out here, bro? They're repelling away from me. What's going on? Right, they've obviously thought about this one. And combined, the goading and regeneration potions are the AFK's dream. Who knows what methods will be cooked up? It's only day one. Either way, AFK has got a massive buff today. There's no one at the GE because it's 2 AM. And this thing finally bought for 222 mil. The pre-pot device. What is it? A very expensive gadget. Now this device allows you to store potions. So let me store my range potions, super combats, anti-venoms, staminas, and extended super anti-fires. And when I click this thing, it should drink all of them at once. Let's do it. In one huge chug. I love that. Okay, that saves you time at the bank. Every time you want to gear up, do some PVM, you don't have to have like some massive tab going on with so many potions and things. You whip this out, you chuck it once, you put it back in the bank, and you're good to go. It only cost 200 mil. Let's have a play with this. Can I put bastions inside there? What happens if I put these in? Will it do damage to me? Oh, it does. It does damage. What about an ensemble like this? Saradomin Brew, Restore, then we're going to do our 2 divines and then a stamina. All right, for the full effect, what happens? Bam! Okay, so it does the brew, then the restore, then both the vines, then the stamina. So this is a really handy gadget, you know. It's addictive. I almost don't want to sell it back. This is a really nice thing to have in the bank. Oh my god, I didn't lose money for the first time ever. I'm always risking my bank for the science, so you better be subscribed. Going back to this reward shop, everything is untradeable. Remember, you have to put herbs in, so you are spending money to get the rewards out of it. And something like the pre-pot device takes about 10 hours of high intensity activity. So it is going to stay expensive for a long time because the type of guy to use this is a rich man. Everything else in here is untradeable and takes a while to get. So in the interest of trying to get this video on time, I'm going to give that a skip for now. These prescription goggles give you a chance to save your secondary. This alchemist amulet gives you a chance to create 4-dose potions. Potion storage is an interesting one. It allows you to open up a potion space in your bank. And the regent pouch is like a looting bag for herblore secondaries. Not too impactful. Yeah, there we go. That's the herblore minigame. It is a lot of grinding and it's quite intense. If you're familiar with this section of Varlamore, you might notice something different down here. The huge worm skeleton has been turned into an agility course. Okay, I've had a look. It's 6 clicks to get around this whole map, so it is pretty AFK, but the XP now is not too amazing by the looks of things. You do get bone shards and termites though, and termites you spend in Wormtongue's shop. On teleports to get back, amylase, a graceful recolor, and a pet recolor. The amylase doesn't actually seem like it's that much better than rooftops. Probably pretty similar. I would say the only real reasons to come here are for these collection log slots. To be fair, the bone squirrel is cool. And a jacked graceful. I've been on a quest for the past 25 minutes. The longest quest in Varlamore Part 2 is the Heart of Darkness. No spoilers, but I do believe it gives the best rewards. A bunch of XP, a nice mid-game quest there. Upon completion, you get access to a brand new Slayer dungeon here in the north of Varlamore. Icy themed, there are blue cave crawlers, frost crabs for the AFKs. We also have frost nagwas, which are the equivalent of sulfur nagwas in the Perilous Moons dungeon. Blue dragons, baby dragons, dragon scales. Oh wow, here we go. 2 brand new runite rock spawns. Chilled jellies, which I think are like warped jellies from the catacombs, but cold. And lastly, through this door, a brand new surprise boss, a Mox Latali or something. The boss is the same as one you fight in the quest. It is super movement based. You get frozen tears as a reward and not much else really. Overall, I love the new areas added in the Rising Darkness expansion. The content, I don't think it's aimed at somebody like me. I love things like the potions, the pre-pot devices, but outside of that, I'm not quite sure where some of this fits in a player's journey. Oh, and make things easier to pronounce. Like, no, genuinely.